Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the beautiful Mayo Hotel in Tulsa.
That's right, such a historic downtown landmark here in Tulsa. Since first opening its doors in 1925, the Mayo has hosted thousands of prominent guests, including celebrities, political figures, and oil industry titans. It's the perfect place to stay a night or more if you'll be in the Tulsa area.
And indeed, there is so much history to explore here. This is very, very impressive.
Absolutely, and equally impressive as this place on the other side of the state in Lawton is a museum called the Fort Sill Museum in my hometown of Lawton. Let's check it out. The Fort Sill National Historic Landmark and Museum is a great spot to come to and learn about the history of not only Fort Sill, but also our state's role in the Southwest region's history.
One of the points that I always try to make to people is that the history of Fort Sill isn't just about the history of the Army or Fort Sill. It is about the history of Oklahoma. It's the history of the tribes. It's the history of the settlement.
Consisting of the original buildings of Fort Sill, visitors can see what it was like on the fort in the late 1800s.
If you want to see what a frontier era Indian Wars fort looked like, this is original structures in pristine condition, well maintained, that you can't see anywhere else in the nation. Well, when they come here to Fort Sill Museum, what they're going to see are, again, buildings built from 1869 to 1875, original structures built by hand, primarily by the Buffalo Soldiers of the 10th Cavalry, and these buildings have stood for 145 years and are still standing strong today.
Take a stroll along the quadrangle and see officer housing still used today, the original cavalry barracks, guardhouse, and chapel.
And these buildings you see around the quadrangle was what constituted, shall we say, civilization at this point in what was then the Indian Territory. And they can go into the guardhouse and visit the guardhouse, and we have displays about both U.S. Marshals as well as some of the tribal police that were established in the late 1800s, and they can see what the cells and such were used.
You can even take a walk through the cell where Geronimo was held. And as for those stories and rumors of Geronimo bending the iron bars on the door of his cell and walking a groove into the floor,
a lot of the rumors and the stories about Geronimo and the guardhouse, they're just not true. We also have the cavalry barracks, which is fully restored to 1875, and we have a foyer so that they can walk into the foyer and visit and see what it was like for a soldier to live on the frontier.
You can also visit the original chapel, still in use today. After that, stop by the visitor center to check out models of the original fort and interpretive exhibits.
And we also do have some great exhibits that unfortunately aren't open to the public, like our Warrior's Journey Gallery. A lot of key figures in American history that have lived and been a part of the history of Fort Sill. Probably our most famous resident, Geronimo. We have some of Geronimo's belongings as well as Quanah Parker's belongings on exhibit.
To see the Warrior's Journey Gallery and other exhibits not open to the public, just call the Museum Visitor Center or go to the museum website or Facebook page and request a tour. So take a walk through time and immerse yourself in the history of Fort Sill, our state and region at the Fort Sill National Historic Landmark and Museum.
When they leave here, they have a greater appreciation of what occurred in what was then the Indian Territory. They have a greater appreciation of what the Army was doing out here, the relationships that the Army had with those people who were here.
A few things to keep in mind if you're headed to the Fort Sill Museum. They are closed Sunday and Monday. The museum is open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and admission is free. Federal law requires everyone stop at the Visitor Control Center to be checked in before entering Fort Sill.
Now there's history of a different sort at our next stop.
Headdresses of American Plains Indians is the focus of this special exhibit at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum.
And Darren Brown takes a look at their role in Native American rituals.
Objects of power, but then they can also be seen and viewed and worn as prestige elements as well when you look at some of the characteristics of the headdress itself.
Power and prestige, Headdresses of the American Plains is the actual name of this new exhibition at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. It's an up-close look at the origins and the variety of tribes associated with this Western icon.
That's the point in the exhibition, is to really kind of show the community that this was much more than just a war bonnet used in film and novels. It was used in certain instances by women. It was done in societies. It was used in war, but each tribe also had a different belief associated with it.
Power and Prestige focuses on the Plains eagle feather headdress, probably the most recognizable of all.
This exhibition kind of tries to explore what is the origins of that headdress, where did it come from, but also to look at some of the other depictions of headdresses.
Prints from noted photographer Edward Curtis reveal the incredibly diverse styles of headgear worn by American Indians.
This headdress is a war trophy, and this was given to the artist Joseph Henry Sharp in 1894. And it was owned by a Crow warrior named Goes Ahead, and Goes Ahead told Sharp that this actually was taken off the field of battle. And so this is here showing another older style headdress, but it's a war trophy.
Out of all the headdresses here, this one has the purest Oklahoma connection. It was owned by a Cheyenne man named Redbird. After this photo was taken, he gave it to a young boy who then gave it to someone else, and the headdress eventually made its way all the way to Illinois. It's taken it over 200 years to find its way back to Oklahoma. As home to nearly 40 recognized tribes, Oklahoma is the perfect place for this display. After all, who couldn't use another short history lesson?
When you look at the football teams, the mascots, when you look at runways, you know, people were trying to do them for fashion and style, and maybe having an exhibit like this and talking more and more about stuff like this will help people to understand these communities better.
In Oklahoma City, discovering Oklahoma, I'm Darren Brown.
This extraordinary exhibit runs until May the 14th at the Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City. The museum is open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sundays 12 to 5. Admission includes your entry into this exhibit.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We have actual lava rocks within the cooking grill, and that just gives it a special flavor. Whenever, you know, the drippings from the burgers hit those lava rocks, and it just explodes with smoke.
Burgers like you've never eaten before, we show you where to get them.
And we sell them literally all over the world. We ship them to Singapore, to Australia, to the UK, Europe.
Plus the Oklahoma gift shop with customers from all over the world.
Strawberries on a cloud. Yeah. It's heavy whipping cream and cream cheese with some marshmallows, all mixed together.
Plus the best place in the state to eat dessert before dinner. We'll take you there a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, or play around on our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at $75. You get 1 night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. Get package details at travelok.com/SP deals and come see for yourself.
Map out your next adventure in the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Discover amazing natural treasures, cozy campsites, cabins and lodges, unforgettable activities, and more. It's all in the free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to the historic Mayo Hotel in downtown Tulsa.
Inside the hotel, you'll find a fantastic bar, the Boiler Room Restaurant, and Tulsa's own Topeka Coffee Shop.
And not too far from here is another Tulsa hotspot for lunch that you'll want to check out. Julie Chin takes us to Billy's on the Square.
If you've been to Tulsa lately, then you know there are a lot of new businesses opening here. But Bartlett Square is home to one of downtown's longest running and tastiest restaurants, Billy's on the Square.
Thank you, sir.
Billy That youth is an Oklahoman who is all about family.
If you're not family coming in, you'll be family going out.
So it should come as no surprise that when you step into Billy's on the Square, you'll be taken care of by family and made to feel like family.
You couldn't ask for a nicer guy and a more dependable person to serve you some food.
It's that familiar atmosphere and fabulous food that's kept customers coming back for decades.
I have been to Billy's for the last 20 years at least, working downtown. So it's a great place to eat.
I'd give it a 10. Everything here, the service is great, the food is wonderful. They have a variety of food, just not, the only thing I've ever had is a Theta burger, but they have quite a menu and quite a following.
Billy's is a Tulsa tradition, satisfying hungry lunch crowds for more than 30 years.
In the 32 years, we've sold approximately close to 3 million hamburgers, okay? So I would say hamburgers they're the most popular item on the menu.
You won't find just any burger here. Billy's is home of the char burger.
We have actual lava rocks within the cooking grill, and that just gives it a special flavor. Whenever, you know, the drippings from the burgers hit those lava rocks, and it just explodes with smoke, and it just creates a good flavor.
Pair your burger with seasoned fries or a side of Billy's famous colossal onion rings. They're made from onions the size of cantaloupes.
We finish it off with a cracker meal, and then each one of them are hand peeled, each onion, and cut and punched and floured. Each piece is done individually. So by the end of the day, we've spent a lot of time on just making onion rings.
Just like the onion rings, everything here is fresh and made to order. Billy's, of course, is more than burgers. There's a full menu ranging from sandwiches to salads.
Oh, I don't deviate from what I have. It's always a Cajun chicken with no tomato. Every time.
They have great burgers, they have great sides, their onion rings are great, I get their fried zucchini all the time, and then their Caesar salad is awesome. So they have a dressing unlike anybody else.
Their onion rings are probably the best in Tulsa, and the Theta burger is great.
You can get a taste of Billy's at the BOK Center, too. It was among the first to make a home in Tulsa's largest concert venue.
We've had some events over there that are just off the chart. You know, the NCAA tournament and all the Thunder games and some of the concerts that, you know, Garth done. And it was just, you know, we're really, really proud to be part of that.
With Oklahoma roots planted firmly in downtown Tulsa, a stop at Billy's will make you feel right at home.
We just love coming here.
They're great people, just good, clean food, the environment's nice, so it's A+.
It's been a nice long run, and it's only possible with the customers. I've got some of the most dedicated customers that any restaurant could ever expect to have. You know, they're just wonderful.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
If you're looking for incredible places like this to eat anywhere across Oklahoma, you need a copy of the new Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide. They're easy to get. Just head to our website, travelok.com, and click on where it says Request Free Brochures. We'll put a copy in the mail for you absolutely free.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
It's not a job, it's just something I love doing.
Passion and pride inside this Oklahoma location known the world over.
They travel far and wide to get to us, it seems like.
And another destination with folks from all over, but this time they're coming for the brisket and everything else. Our pit stop in southern Oklahoma coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, tour the caverns, or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a cozy state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. This holiday season, give the gift of Oklahoma Today to family and friends for just $14.95. Visit tvoffer.oklahomatoday.com.
Here's another look around the historic Mayo Hotel in downtown Tulsa. The likes of Elvis, Lucille Ball, Babe Ruth, and even President John F. Kennedy have been guests here.
Tulsa is home to so many special and unique places like this.
That's true. In about a 15-minute drive from here, you'll find a shop where they have some amazing and beautiful handcrafted gifts. Jason Grubbs takes us to MWB Studios.
About a decade ago, Michael Benton took up woodworking after spending many years with metals.
It was just a whole different medium that Mother Nature provides that you just can't match the colors and the textures and all of that. So once I started working with it, I just fell in love with it. Couldn't do anything else.
Michael's little shop in his backyard has grown into a much bigger operation in Tulsa. This is MWB Studios, where he and his crew create clocks, humidors, boxes, really anything you can think of with wood, many of them with custom touches.
They'll call in and say, well, we like this, but can you change it just a little bit? That's probably half of what we do.
Turnaround is about 48 hours to 4 weeks. Michael spends his day filling orders, large and small. The day we visited, he was working on an order for 1,000 boxes.
And we sell them literally all over the world. We ship them to Singapore, to Australia, to the UK, Europe.
It's wonderful art with a perfect mixture of man, machine, and Mother Nature's natural palette.
We don't use stain here if we don't have to. We like to use the natural colors of the woods.
While you don't have greens or blues, you can use other woods to get the effect.
You've got reds, you've got browns, you've got purple, you've got different shades, then you've got the textures, the knotholes, the burl woods.
Out of the nearly 240 different items Michael creates, his most popular pieces are these engagement ring boxes. The entire process is nearly all done by hand, but Michael does get some help from machines.
It lets you put out a quality product at a reasonable price.
And customers would agree. Most of his business comes in by word of mouth and web searches. It's a global business, allowing Michael to continue on with his passion for woodworking.
It's not a job, it's just something I love doing.
At MWB Studios in Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You can find MWB Studios on Etsy too, or visit their shop on 70th Street in Tulsa.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Hey, if you're headed south down I-35, this is a great place to stop.
The mouth-watering location worth the drive when you're looking for fantastic barbecue when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Now that cold weather is in full swing, don't trade outdoor recreation for winter hibernation. Discover the off-season treasures available at Oklahoma's great state parks. This February, take advantage of 15% off a lodge or cabin stay with our Sweetheart deals. Complete with cozy evenings, crackling fires, and misty mornings, make some memories at an Oklahoma state park. Visit travelok.com/SP deals for special offers and come see for yourself.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Every night, sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land. And when we belong to his hand. So when we say, yeah, we're only saying you're doing fine. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Come see for yourself. Map out your next adventure in the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Discover amazing natural treasures, cozy campsites, cabins and lodges, unforgettable activities, and more. It's all in the free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you this week from the Mayo Hotel in downtown Tulsa.
This is the perfect picture of history and elegance right here in Tulsa. It truly is one of Tulsa's crown jewels.
That's right, but they're proud of a little something different down in southern Oklahoma. It's barbecue that's got folks talking in Davis. Lisanne Anderson shows us why.
I've heard it for years. You've got to check out Smokin' Joe's Barbecue. Folks are driving from all over the state, and any place that says, I like pig butts, It's got to be some good stuff. We're going inside to check it out. Soon as you hit the door, you smell that Smokin' Joe's family tradition of slow-cooked Oklahoma barbecue at its best.
We didn't know what we were getting into when we started this.
That's Kobe Wells, one of the owners. He and his dad and mom and wife and sisters and the whole family started Smokin' Joe's about 10 years ago in a gas station. From there, they grew, and they grew some more, adding an RV park. Then they grew some more, and they moved just down the road, right off I-35. Now they have this, what's become an Oklahoma destination.
They travel far and wide to get to us, it seems like.
While we were there, we met folks who traveled from Altus and Oklahoma City, even a couple on an anniversary trip. That's Mike Brooks and his bride of 37 years, Kathy. They're from Blanchard.
And Kathy suggested, let's go down to Smokin' Joe's. And I said, I looked at my watch, hey, we're going to catch them at a good time. Shouldn't be too busy. So, and blue sky, beautiful fall day. This is where we came.
So what makes Smokin' Joe's worth the drive? Kobe said a lot of hard work.
We'll start the day before at 5 o'clock. We'll put on all of our briskets and our pulled pork. We'll cook them for 13 hours, pull those off, and then we'll start our ribs at about 7 in the morning. Then our chickens and loin and all the rest of it. That'll all come off around 11, and then we'll unload and we'll reload again and go at it. So we're cooking about non-stop.
I had the sausage, beans, basket.
And why do you choose that?
Well, I like the sausage real well, and I bounce back and forth between the beans and the French fries, but today it was the beans.
Yeah. Jackie Pittman says he eats here at least a couple times a week. Kevin Hope drove down all the way from Bristow to meet his family from Gene Autry just to get a taste of the ribs and the chopped brisket.
The amount of food you get for what you're paying and the taste of the food, I mean, it's just great.
So I asked just about everybody in here, what is the best thing to eat at Smokin' Joe's? And I got, you know, barbecue, chicken, ribs, but I also got strawberries on a cloud, so you better believe I'm going with that first. I highly recommend dessert before dinner.
Strawberries on a cloud.
Yeah.
It's heavy whipping cream and cream cheese with some marshmallows, all mixed together on an egg white crust topped off with strawberries. It's really good.
Did Mom come up with that?
Grandma come up with that and introduced that to all of us. Yeah, it's something else.
Hey, if you're headed south down I-35, this is a great place to stop. I mean, you get large portions, it's excellent food, it's a unique atmosphere, it's really pretty in this part of the state, gorgeous. We just love stopping, you know, when we're headed this way or coming back.
Couldn't have said it better ourselves. Discovering Oklahoma in Davis, I'm Liz Ann Anderson.
If you go, remember Smokin' Joe's is closed on Sunday and Wednesday. They are open 11 to 7 the rest of the week and until 8 on Friday and Saturday.
And a huge thank you to the folks here at the Mayo Hotel in Tulsa for hosting us this week. The Mayo features 102 hotel rooms as well as some specialty suites. They can host events including weddings for up to 500 people. You'll want to check out their website for availability and special packages.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, get ready for a relaxing experience at a Southern Oklahoma bed and breakfast and spa.
And a meal fit for a king. We'll take you inside the newest dining experience in Oklahoma City's Plaza District.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.